5 ways you could lose your Social Security benefits in 2026. What if I told you that the Social Security check you're counting on could be smaller than you think or disappear entirely? I'm not talking about the trust fund running out. I'm talking about avoidable mistakes that are costing retirees thousands of dollars right now in 2026. The average Social Security benefit is $2,071 per month. But depending on what you do or do not do, you could lose hundreds of dollars every single month. Today, I'm breaking down the 5 ways you could lose your Social Security benefits in 2026 based on the latest SSA rules. And I'm showing you exactly how to avoid each one. Let's get into it. Before we dive in, here's what's new for 2026. Social Security recipients are getting a 2.8% cost of living adjustment. That's about $56 more per month for the average benefit. Good news, right? But here's the bad news. Inflation has stabilized, but the Social Security Trust Fund is still projected to deplete around 2035 without reforms. It means automatic benefit cuts are coming unless Congress acts. Plus, with the gig economy exploding and more people working remotely into their 60s and 70s, tracking your earnings has gotten way more complicated, and that's leading to some nasty surprises. This is an updated version of our popular 2021 video. With refreshed numbers for 2026 in one brand new way, you could lose benefits based on recent policy changes. The good news? Most of these are not permanent losses. They're temporary withholdings or taxes. But they still hit your wallet hard. So let's make sure you're protected. Way number 1, earnings limits. Number 1, exceeding earnings limits while working. Here's the deal. If you under your full retirement age and you collecting Social Security while still earning income, the SSA is watching. Your full retirement age, or FRA, is 67 if you were born in 1960 or later. If you start taking benefits before that age and you continue working, the SSA applies what's called an earnings test. Important. This only applies to earned income, wages from a job, or profits from self-employment. It does not apply to investment income, pensions, or rental income. Here are the 2026 limits. If you're under FRA all year, you can earn up to $24,480 without any penalty. But for every $2 you earn over that limit, Social Security withholds $1 in benefits. In the year you reach FRA, the limit jumps to $65,160, but only for the months before your birthday. And the penalty drops to $1 withheld for every $3 you earn over the limit. Once you hit your birthday, no more limits. You're free. Let me give you a real example. Say you're 65. Collecting the average benefit of $2,071 per month, and you're working part-time making $30,000 a year. That puts you $5,520 over the $24,480 limit. Social Security is going to withhold $2,760 for the year. That's half of what you went over.
Ow.
Divide that by 12 months, and you're losing about $230 per month. Now here's the good news. This money is not actually lost forever. When you reach full retirement age, Social Security recalculates your benefit and increases it to account for those months you did not receive payments. But in the moment, it hurts. Pro tip. Use the SSA's retirement earnings test calculator on their website. It'll show you exactly how much you can earn before you start losing benefits. With more retirees driving for Uber, freelancing, or working remote gigs, this trips up a lot of people. Track your earnings meticulously. Do not let this catch you by surprise. Way number 2, claiming too early. Number 2, claiming benefits too early. This one's a classic mistake, but it's more relevant than ever. With economic uncertainty and job losses pushing people to claim Social Security at 62 for quick cash, nearly half of all retirees are still claiming at the earliest possible age. Here's the problem. Starting early locks in a permanent reduction of about 30% compared to waiting until full retirement age. But if you wait until 70, you get up to 24% more than your full retirement age benefit through delayed retirement credits. Let me show you the math with 2026 numbers. If your full retirement age benefit is $2,071 per month at age 62, you'd get about $1,450 per month at age 67 FRA. You'd get $2,071 per month at age 70. You'd get $2,568 per month. That's an $1,118 difference every single month. Between claiming at 62 versus waiting until 70, if you live to 85, which is increasingly common, delaying often nets you tens of thousands more in total lifetime benefits. But here's the nuance. If your family has a history of early deaths, or if you have serious health issues, claiming early might be the right move. You need the money now, and you might not live long enough for delaying to pay off. Check out our video on Social Security break-even points. I'll link it in the description. Use the SSA's quick calculator to run your own numbers. Here's the thing. In this post-pandemic world, remote jobs are letting seniors work longer from home. If you can bridge the gap with savings or part-time income and delay claiming until 70, you could add hundreds of thousands to your lifetime benefits. Way number 3, garnishment for debts. Number 3, garnishment for certain debts. A lot of people think Social Security is completely protected from creditors. It's not. There are specific exceptions, and the rules have actually gotten stricter in recent years. Federal debts like back taxes or defaulted student loans. The government can withhold up to 15% of your Social Security check through the Treasury Offset Program, and there's no minimum protection amount. Child support, alimony, or quartered restitution. They can take 50% to 65% depending on the court order. Private debts like credit cards are generally safe. They cannot directly garnish Social Security. But if you commingle your benefits with other money in your bank account, debt collectors might be able to freeze those funds temporarily until you prove the money is Social Security. With student loan debt at record levels and tax deadlines getting stricter after the inflation spike of 2022 to 2023, this is becoming a bigger issue. Here's an example. Let's say you owe $10,000 to the IRS in back taxes. They could take 15% of your $2,071 monthly check. That's $310 per month until the debt is paid off. Over a year, that's $3,720 gone. How to avoid this? Settle your debts before you retire. Negotiate payment plans with the IRS or the courts while you still have income from work. Once you're on a fixed income from Social Security, losing 15% of your check every month is brutal. And here's something new. Recent policy changes mean even small Social Security checks are not fully shielded anymore. So if you're in your 50s right now, prioritize getting these debts handled. Way number 4, taxes on benefits. Number 4, taxes on Social Security benefits. This one shocks people. Up to 85% of your Social Security benefits can be taxed at the federal level. Here's how it works. The IRS looks at your combined income, which is your adjusted gross income, plus any non-taxable interest, plus half of your Social Security benefits. If your combined income exceeds certain thresholds, your benefits become taxable. For single filers, $25,000 to $34,000, up to 50% of benefits are taxable. Over $34,000, up to 85% of benefits are taxable for married filing jointly. $32,000 to $44,000, up to 50% of benefits are taxable. Over $44,000, up to 85% of benefits are taxable. These thresholds have not changed since the 1990s. So with inflation, more and more retirees are getting hit with taxes on their benefits. Plus, 10 states also tax Social Security benefits at the state level. Here's an example. You're single. Collecting $24,852 per year in Social Security, $2,071 per month. You also have a $20,000 pension. Your combined income is $20,000 pension plus $12,426. Half your Social Security equals $32,426. That's over the $25,000 threshold. So up to 50% of your benefits, $12,426, becomes taxable income. If you're in the 12% tax bracket, that's about $1,491 in federal taxes you owe. How to mitigate this? Consider Roth conversions during low-income years before you retire. Roth withdrawals do not count toward combined income. Also, qualified charitable distributions from your IRA can reduce your taxable income without increasing your combined income. Check out IRS Publication 915 for all the details. The rules have not changed for 2025 or 2026. But with economic growth pushing more people over these thresholds, plan your Roth strategies early. Way number 5, overpayments. Number 5. Incurring overpayments through errors or unreported changes. This is the new one, and it's timely. The SSA has clawed back billions of dollars in overpayments in recent years, often from their own mistakes, or from retirees who did not report life changes like getting married, a spouse dying, or earning extra income. Here's what changed in 2025. For new overpayments, the default is that SSA will withhold 50% of your monthly benefit until the overpayment is repaid. You can request a lower rate if that would cause financial hardship. But you have two S's. Repayment plans can now extend to 60 months. And waivers are easier to get if the overpayment was not your fault. But here's the problem. With the gig economy making income tracking more complicated, and with SSA understaffed since COVID, mistakes are rampant. Here's an example. You forget to report $5,000 in freelance earnings while you're collecting benefits. Under the new rules, they could withhold 50% of your $2,071 monthly check. That's about $1,035 per month until that $2,000 is repaid. Your check just got cut in half for 2 months. How to avoid this? Report all life changes to Social Security immediately. Use your My Social Security account online. It's faster than calling. If you get an overpayment notice, appeal it if you believe it's wrong. You have 60 days. Double-check your statements every year. With SSA severely understaffed, errors are common. Catching them early prevents losses that feel like theft. Closing. There you have it. 5 ways you could lose your Social Security benefits in 2026. Let's recap. 1. Watch your earnings. If you claim before full retirement age, stay under those limits or expect withholding. 2. Do not claim at 62 unless you absolutely need to. Delaying can add hundreds of thousands over your lifetime. 3. Settle federal debts before you retire. Back taxes and student loans can take 15% of your check. 4. Plan for taxes on your benefits. Use Roth conversions and charitable donations to minimize the hit. 5. Report all changes to SSA immediately and check your statements religiously to avoid overpayments. The key to maximizing your Social Security benefits is being proactive. Use the tools on ssa.gov, the Retirement Earnings Test Calculator, the quick calculator, and your My Social Security account. If you found this helpful, smash that like button and subscribe for more Social Security and retirement planning content. Drop a comment below. Which of these 5 surprised you the most? And if you're planning to claim Social Security in the next few years, check out our video on when to claim for maximum benefits. Link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.